away to blacks and impoverished people, then you know the shit is about to crash. When they start giving shit away for free, then you know. That's when you know. That's when you know it's about the shit's about to hit the fan. And that's what it is. They don't give a shit about us, man, and that's a fact. And like I said, it's not even Republican, Democrat to me, because I hate both of them motherfucking parties.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. So look, I don't get caught into neither one of their bullshit. You know how Ice Cube looked at it?
I'm like, fuck that. I'm like mad right now.
Hold on, but you peep the way Ice Cube do it, right? The way they hated on Ice Cube, right? We got to keep that same objective shit.
Fuck Pelosi. And if the Democrats was in office and them motherfucking and whoever in charge on the Republican side was doing what Pelosi is doing, I'd be like, fuck that dumb asshole.
McConnell is doing that.
I mean, he trying to get...
Whoa.
Yeah, he is.
Whoa.
I know he stopped the CARES Act.
Whoa.
He stopped the CARES Act. But
he wanted to be the one.
The CARES Act was $3 fucking trillion. He
just wanted to be the one.
No, they all want to be the one. They all some...
That's it. He like... Me dog. They gotta be me dog.
They all
put me in, coach.
They all some narcissistic assholes.
Right. I got a clip of McConnell.
And they all controlled by the Jesuits. They all controlled by the same motherfucker.
I got a clip of McConnell making fun of the Obama administration for the shit that they was unable to do.
The World Economic Forum to kiss his ass, basically.
He told the world to kiss his ass every day.
He told the World Economic Forum that the United States is not going to go along with their globalist agenda in them exact fucking words.
And you know,
in them exact words.
And how did they respond?
They gave them coronavirus.
Right.
Let's talk about it. They wrecked this fucking economy.
Right. So what we what was the point? The point I'm trying to be like, McConnell an ignorant motherfucker.
Hold up, bro. And then when the economy got wrecked, they so motherfucking powerful that they got over half the motherfuckers to point at Trump and say it's his motherfucking fault. That's how powerful they are. Malcolm X said it himself. The media had the power to make the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent.
You trying to use a Malcolm X term to cape for Donald Trump?
But because basically they did this. He had nothing to do with what's going on.
This is the one you should have used.
The
one you should use is the beautiful thing about having a racist supremacist motherfucker in office is that it makes other motherfuckers like that want to show their true skin and don't want to hide and shit. So that is the beauty. That's the only beauty.
You calling him a white supremacist, that's fine, okay. What are you calling Biden then? At the same time.
A secret white supremacist?
He ain't really secret, but okay.
I'm just saying a secret. I say secretive. A secretive white supremacist.
He ain't secretive.
I believe. Hey, I won't doubt it.
The only thing is,
I don't doubt it.
The mainstream media hadn't put all them quotes
that
he put out for 40 years. They do. Okay,
that shit everywhere.
Is it? Good.
Everywhere, everybody talk about it.
Good.
Are you kidding me? Don't nobody like Biden?
And them motherfuckers gonna vote for him anyway?
Don't nobody like Biden?
And they gonna vote for him anyway?
Who? Ain't no for sure it's a toss-up. You don't know that?
They don't toss-up.
It is a toss-up.
I'm seeing Biden up everywhere.
Seeing him everywhere. How? But you don't know.
When you look at the mainstream media, when you look at mainstream, what they saying on mainstream, Biden is running away with the shit. Pull it up.
That's what they wanted to say.
I know.
But who do they keep mentioning by every day? Who they talk about? I mask up everywhere I go. I don't give a fuck. So I'm not even taking a chance. I protect my situation as if it's a global pandemic. So because of it, I have no choice.
By you saying that it is, I'm
okay, regardless of the fact.
Even in the face of all of this that says
all what? That it's a global pandemic? It's a global pandemic. Businesses at every level from the president on down.
Oh man, y'all crazy. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not whatever the scenario. I'm not looking at it on no type of media glare. What I'm saying is, you don't believe in the coronavirus. Do you know anybody who died?
No. Y'all know people that died.
So regardless if they were sick or not, and got sick at the hospital, it just got thrown on the ventilator. What I'm saying is, I don't need nothing to happen in my situation to have motherfucker to get caught up and railroaded in this global pandemic. So what I'm saying is global pandemic means you can fuck around. To me, it means that you could go in there for a fucking cold and come out dead.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. They're railroading us at every level to kill us. So when I think of global pandemic, they using a smoke screen as an illness, and they're using every other capacity. So that's what I'm saying. So regardless of that, I can't take any type of precaution.
To me, when somebody say pandemic, it just
I'm using their words against them.
Don't fuck their word. I don't even use.
Man, everything you're using is their words right now. We ain't make these words we talking about.
Pandemic then, and I will sit down and listen to you talk. Say pandemic instead of pandemic.
Man,
and then I'm good with you.
Look, I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm not Republican or Democrat.
I still don't want to hear fucking pandemic.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm Republican or Democrat.
If you say that around me, and I don't give a fuck whether you're Republican or Democrat, I gotta let you know you fucked up. You got wrong thinking. Cause that's the word. Words have power, dog. Words have giant power. Power to move motherfuckers. And when you're using the wrong words that got people fucked up, then you might as well be on that side.
Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared by the shit.
Everybody's scared.
No,
I walk around and watch these bitches.
Niggas need to.
I would love to see.
So what you saying is don't wear a mask don't wear a mask at the expense of this shit might not be real.
What?
That's the point. That's what you're trying to say.
It ain't real.
That's what I'm arguing. That doesn't even make sense, yo.
Yeah. Look.
If it's some shit that's out there, regardless of what the fuck they're doing, a nigga don't even need to catch a cold.
You already
I'm just saying, if a motherfucker don't even need to catch a cold in today's day, because you might die at the hospital.
If you catch a cold,
am I not lying?
If you catch a cold, keep your motherfucking ass at home.
All I'm saying is there are people.
If you get sick, keep your motherfucking ass at home.
Yeah, okay, but
the only way you go to the hospital.
What about the people that can't even handle the shit? You talking about for your.
But that's every day anyway with them. That's every day anyway. People cannot afford to get sick.
So in a time where we're in a society where society is promoting the shit out of global pandemic.
Goddammit.
In a time of that's what society is trying to do, motherfucker don't need to go into anything that's going to route you into the shits with the masses. So interesting enough, it doesn't even make sense for motherfuckers. I can't even. It does not even a good enough argument to why. Unless a nigga say about the breathing in carbon dioxide shit, that a motherfucker would not even want to wear masks because what the fuck would you want to go on a Delta flight for during the global pandemic when they could be giving you fucking corona? You know that they could be in with the fucking pilots. With the whole airline.
Let me tell you something.
I swear to God.
Okay,
you know that.
Let me tell you something.
What the fuck?
If they had corona,
why you even trying to go?
I'm telling you something.
Stay home.
If they had corona coming out of their ventilation system, this COVID-19 corona, whatever the fuck it is, if they had it coming out their ventilation system, come with it. It can't fuck with me. I'm not the type of motherfucker that's gonna die with that shit.
See,
it's
that's
killing less than 0.2% or 1%.
You know one thing I notice about a lot of our arguments, right? And I respect you for your perspective, but a lot of times I'm not sure if it's based off of just how you were raised, mother. And that right there is the point. I don't live that kind of life. So as much as I respect you and your opinion, but a lot of times I just can't.
Take care of me first.
And I respect you for that, and you gotta do your thing. But what I'm saying is, you still can't blame me for having the mindset of still having to help people, because that's what I do for a living. That's what I have to convince myself is the right thing to do. So regardless of whatever, I can see it a bunch of different ways, see it a bunch of different angles. If motherfuckers is dying from that shit, I don't even want to take the chance.
When they say
12, the numbers is not even the same.
When they say they got
the numbers ain't the same.
Okay,
12,000.
What?
That's how many motherfuckers died with the flu.
12,000.
No, it's 12,000. Look at the number.
Oh fuck.
That's what's so crazy. It's not the same. And even 60,000 not the same. We talking damn near on the way to 250,000, 300,000 people dead.
Where at? In Michigan?
In America.
Oh, that ain't shit. You ain't seen shit.
I'm just saying.
Ain't seen shit.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about you trying to compare the flu to this shit that they're saying niggas dying from. You can't compare the regular basic flu to some shit, to this shit that they pretty much everything you go to the hospital for might lead you to this corona bag. I knew a chick that worked at what's name I told you that she said a nigga got shot 4 times and it said corona. So what I'm saying is the corona death tag, regardless of what you came in with, they're clocking you with corona. So if a motherfucker come in there with the flu, they're clocking it with corona. So what I'm saying is, nobody died from nothing more than corona in this car crashes or something. Period. Then this last year, are you kidding? Look at it. The flu is manageable. It's manageable. That's the thing. It's treatable and it's manageable. You can still do what you need to do.
CDC estimates that influenza was associated with more than 35.5 million illnesses, more than 16.5 million visits, 490,600 hospitalizations, and 34,200 deaths in 2018-19 influenza season.
That's 12,000 last year.
That was 34,000.
2 years?
2018-19, not the 2018-19 year, not the 1920 year.
Because that
1920. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back. Let's see.
Regardless, it's still not a $300,000 shit.
But they inflating the numbers as you just said.
I mean, look. I know, and I'm not saying that. Regardless, all I'm saying is when we know that they up to some bullshit, we know they up to some bullshit. So what's the point of walking maskless into some shit to where it could be exposing motherfuckers at? We want to go somewhere public where we know that it's easy for the government to kill us at. That's the part that I don't understand. Like motherfuckers mad that the government shutting shit down that we don't even own no way. So like, oh, I'm mad that I can't go to the fucking casino.
I can't go to the store without a
What if the fucking state of Michigan is infecting people at the casino?
Yeah,
because there's so many people that come there.
That's possible.
Right. You see what I'm saying? I don't even have the time. And if you ask me who infecting people with corona at a time like this, I think that the Democrats could be doing like that because they want to prove to you that this shit need to be shut down still. And the Republicans, so this tug of war, I'm not about to get killed over their tug of war, trying to prove what's corona and what ain't corona. Yeah, look. I ain't got time for these political games. That's the point.
I don't either.
I can't even begin to even expose myself to the bullshit.
Let me take this mask off and go into
that's what I look.
If
a doctor, fuck that. If a doctor wear a mask when he come in the hospital, when he be around them sick motherfuckers, I'm just saying when he be around sick motherfuckers, you don't. That's all it. That's the health thing.
You just gonna assume everybody's sick then, right?
I have no other choice.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Paranoia bound.
I mean, I'm not.
Just because you paranoid don't mean motherfuckers might not be sick, right?
I mean, I have to think like that.
Assume everybody's
I have no other choice but to feel like that.
Okay.
Because no matter what you do, anything can lead you to that ventilator.
Your little sister leave the house.
Yeah.
When she wear her mask.
Everybody is a cousin. I'm saying.
When she come in the house.
All I'm saying is when she go out in public places, she makes sure she wear a mask.
Do she?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
That's what the question is.
And when she come in the house, she take that mask off.
She don't wear it outside.
What does she do? I know. What does she do with that mask when she come in the house? What do you do with your mask when you go in the house? That you wear around all these people that may have coronavirus. What do you do with your mask when you come in the house?
A lot of times we bleach our masks.
Do you put it through an infrared something to kill all the influenza bacteria on it, or do you?
So what we being specific?
Do you bring that mask?
So what we being specific now? Talking scientific? So we talking scientific. So is it scientifically smart to go places where you don't know motherfuckers got corona? Does that make sense?
Huh?
So listen, if they tell you that your state, if it's a bunch of motherfuckers catching corona, you think that it's smart not to wear a mask? So that's the answer to what you're saying. Your answer to the answer is to say that because you don't know if this is some real shit, I'm gonna go and breathe that shit in. Don't know what it is.
It's a personal choice.
In my opinion, I don't doubt that they putting that shit in the air and dropping it off a plane. So I don't even want to wear that. I don't even want to breathe in air outside. How about that? So what I'm telling you is, you can call it paranoia, you can say whatever. What I'm saying is, we're in a global pandemic, which means they killing us at every direction.
You know how many sore throats and stuffy noses and whatnot I've had since this so-called pandemic, since this shit started? I can't even count. Since how many kids that run in and out of my house from God knows where since this shit started.
I mean, you can't base.
I remember when it first started.
You can't base your situation on the world situation, though.
My neighbor's brother got killed. Say he died. They took him down to Ann Arbor, put him on the ventilator. He died. And right after that,
you can't base your situation on everybody's situation, though.
I don't.
And everybody don't have the luxury of having space like you got space to be away from motherfuckers.
And I don't. But I didn't have space like.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm talking about to still isolate. That time, it was nothing that they was doing. When the kids was coming in and out, they wasn't here there. They wasn't in school.
Yeah, I had Bo here and I had the.
Was they in school?
No, Bo.
That's what I'm saying.
But the boy down the street went to school. He come here every day to play with.
They couldn't have been in school during the corona time.
No, I'm talking about last year. Last year, before they shut schools down, he was coming here damn near every other day.
You know what I'm saying? Corona got shut down March 15th. They shut the country
down. I'm just saying, before then, I had kids coming in and out. And then after that, I still had kids coming in and out. And when summertime came...
There wasn't no school, so they didn't have, they wasn't going around. You kind of...
They was going everywhere they wanted to go.
I mean, where was they really going in the proximity where you could feel? See what I'm saying? They wasn't going nowhere where it could be a potential outbreak.
Everywhere. I'm the one that was stuck. Because I couldn't go everywhere no more. Because they said mask. And I'm like, fuck mask. I could go in Aldi's for a while. And then when she made that executive order, I couldn't even go in Aldi's no more. And so thank goodness they was here, because I would take them. They would wear masks. I would say, put your mask on and go in Aldi's and give them this list, grab this, and this. Thank God they was here to do that shit. Now, did you think that made me happy? Fuck no. And I'm not, like I say, it's a selfish thing with me. I ain't got shit to do with... Man, look, it ain't my responsibility. And if I was there, it would be different. Because I'm not no nurse type motherfucker like that for grown people. That's just me. Yeah. I can't help
I tell you, I was young. I'm been in a household like me and my little sister. Prior to the situation with my mother, we took care of my grandmother.
Yeah, y'all did that. You cleaned and all that.
We took care of my grandmother for years.
You did that.
I watched my grandmother.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. That ain't me.
So regardless, I grew up in that. So it's different when you know what I'm saying. So the whole point is just like in that perspective anyway, just being cautious. You know what I'm saying. So when you're dealing with a pandemic, it's not even about. I'm not even thinking about just in my sake. I might could survive it, but it's not. I don't want to attract anything to anybody who couldn't. So that's really important to me. And of course, like I said before, I think I had corona in February. You know what I'm saying? I know I did, matter of fact. It wasn't even a breathing thing with me, though, but I had a bug that was so serious, they couldn't tell me what the fuck it was. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was sick for about 4 or 5 days strong, man. I'm talking about...
Yeah, this shit got everybody...
It's different bugs.
Got everybody skewed, man. I mean, got everybody skewed.
Regardless of excuse, they're killing us. Man, the Republicans are killing us and the Democrats are killing us. They're all killing us. That's what I'm saying.
I do everything in my power to say you motherfuckers can't
kill me. Fuck the Democrats trying to slow kill us.
I'm mad for everybody
and the Republicans want us to jump straight fuck off the motherfucking herd. They want herd immunity, while over here they just they want us to slowly breed it.
I want herd immunity too.
Oh my God, that right there is the most. I can't even fathom.
I hear you, but
that thought process behind herd immunity.
I'm just saying, if I have to, but not only that, I put myself in herd immunity. Because I refuse to do any of that shit that they mandate shit. I refuse. That's my right as a human being. That's my right. I believe in my right. I exercise them motherfuckers. It would have been also my right if I wanted to wear that shit, regardless of who fuck got mad.
It is your right to wear that shit. But you don't have.
But I don't. And it's my right not to.
I'm saying you can wear whatever. That's the point. That's where the state beats it by the boss. They can tell the businesses to not let you in their businesses, but she can't tell you. Right, and they can't tell you. So I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem.
I made a concession by getting a fucking shield. Thank God they allow a motherfucking shield. And not that mad shit. Because before I got the shield, guess what the fuck I did? Black bitch down the street shot for me. Starry, whoever. I'd ask motherfuckers to go to the store
instead of just wearing the mask.
Instead of wearing the mask, you goddamn right. That's how I am. You goddamn right.
Look, regardless of it, the way they, regardless of whether mad or not with the mask, regardless, like I said, you got herd immunity versus slow death. So slow death is the democratic way. You don't want that. You clearly want herd immunity. Slow death but
they say everybody's gonna get this shit eventually anyway. They say everyone's going to get this shit at some point anyway. That's what they said. Now, is that true or is that not true? Is that true or not true? If it's true, fuck it. What the fuck am I waiting for? And it's also true that if I get it, the chances of me dying is less than 0.2%. Then give me that shit. But for those that really is up on the higher echelon of that number, like my brother who's 72, I can see him putting on the mask. But you know, if I was 72, I'd be like, fuck it too, because I'm gonna get it anyway. I'm not scared of this shit. I don't let fear dictate.
All right, so why you so a motherfucker like you can't make the rules?
A motherfucker like me can't make the rules.
So that's the point.
You got a good point there. I understand.
Because that right there is like that is. You see what I'm saying? You might feel, but for a motherfucker that is.
Okay, then
that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother. You see what I'm saying? So that's the part that's dangerous. That's like.
So my way of doing things is dangerous. Okay.
No, I'm just saying for you, it works for a person in a like.
It ain't dangerous anyway, because you're gonna get it anyway. This is what they said.
I said slow death versus herd immunity.
What difference do it make you die? Fuck, you're gonna die. And I'd rather be dead right away than to be prolonged torture. Fuck that. Shoot me in the head, motherfucker. Don't torture me. Shoot me in the fucking head and let's get this shit over with. Yeah. Fuck that. For real, I can live with that better. Don't torture me. And I'm not afraid of you.
This ain't how are the Democrats torturing you?
I'm not afraid. I'm just
how have the Democrats tortured you?
I'm pissed off with the unconstitutional mandate.
What ain't no unconstitutional mandate.
Yes, they are actually saying that you can't even go out in public without a mask in certain places.
Where I would tell you, there's nobody that you actually went to jail. There's nobody that went to jail for them shit.
They still in your life.
And you know I hate the police.
They still in livelihoods though. But should they give a ticket for a month?
They can tell, a business can tell you not to come in.
Okay, right.
But they can't tell you what to do outside.
Right.
That has not changed.
That's what they're saying though. Don't tell me. Look, they've done that now. Come on now.
I'm just letting you know it hasn't changed. I've traveled during this pandemic.
Do you want me to start Googling now? That's what they doing?
Listen.
Them are unconstitutional. Look, why would the Supreme Court
you too stuck by Google, and Google is controlled by, they can rewrite history on you too. You gotta be careful.
Man, come on.
I'm just being honest.
You know who you're talking to.
Man, I'm just being honest.
Do you know who
they can't rewrite the history of my I can change the shit on Google by myself right now.
Yeah, I know. Wikipedia and all that can be changed. But the point I'm making is, why is it that the Supreme Court ruled that bitch shit to be unconstitutional? This is fact. This ain't.
Listen, look, because you can't tell motherfucker to wear a mask. But she did.
Yes, she did.
She told businesses not to let a nigga wear the bastards, or she gonna sanction them. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's a high level legality.
You didn't read it. You didn't read it then, so I'm not gonna go into that.
I mean, I'm not against masks. I'm not against masks.
I hear you. That's fine if you like masks.
I'm not. It's not even about like masks.
I'm just saying you're not against masks. Or if you ain't against it, you like it. Then with that, from the way I look at it, if you're not gonna be against it,
I don't feel like that.
You either with it or you against it.
That's very vague.
That no, ain't vague. That's straight up. That's straight right to the fucking point. You love them shit. You love the way they look on you.
You say you love.
Get
the black ones to go with their shoes.
Goddamn right. Do like Pelosi and get you a mask for everything. Goddamn right.
Did you see Pelosi with the African shit on?
Yeah, I seen them.
What day was that? What day was that? That shit was incredible. That shit was incredible.
I don't give a fuck about they fucking circus show. Fuck them. And they soap opera. Fuck them. All I know is motherfuckers need that 1,200.
Right, and they are playing. They both playing politics. Even Trump, they all playing politics. Today, what stopped Trump this fine Sunday from signing that shit into law?
Because McConnell, the Senate.
Fuck McConnell. McConnell tried to switch on him, talking about I ain't been to the White House. He should have.
Well, fuck Pelosi too then.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's three parties here. You got Trump, Pelosi, and McConnell. One of them three motherfuckers should have this fine Sunday had all this
Trump
weekend to sign that shit into law.
The executive order and sending out shit. And he's saying they got about how much? 400 million that they ain't used. So he's thinking about using that, but he can't find a loophole to use that. So he would have if he could have found a loophole for that little shit too.
Yeah.
And I understand that them motherfuckers is stomping on that motherfucker because he wouldn't agree with the Jesuit order and what the fuck they want to do. And I don't understand. You people don't know what the fuck is going on.
Man.
Y'all stuck on in the show. But they the ones that made.
No, I know about the Jesuits, but I love the show too.
But fuck the show. The show is the one. The show is
we all like certain shows.
Man, no, the show is the bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? We all like certain shows. The shows is displayed when we watch LeBron beat Miami too.
Yeah, that was the show too.
So I'm saying it's just a certain kind of everything is a tool.
All that's manipulated.
Right.
That's all manipulation.
I just like the tool of power. Instead of playing with the ball like this, I like when they play with power like this.
I don't give a fuck about the soap opera part. Play the game. I don't even listen to the what they say. I can give a fuck about what you say or what you like or LeBron eating this. Fuck what he eating. Get it. How is he dunking? What is he doing once he get the ball in his hand? That's all I give a fuck about.
What you mean? I don't get what you're saying.
I don't give a fuck about the soap opera, the play inside the play, and all this other shit, all the talking points and the narratives, and I fuck the narrative.
Because I was about to say, LeBron spending $1 million is something that every athlete needs to look into that if they want to be athletes.
I don't give a fuck about,
that's incredible.
Insofar as how to take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's amazing what he's done. But
no, that's the only point of these narratives.
I don't give a fuck
Look,
about
if a motherfucker want to know, if a motherfucker asks LeBron a question like, LeBron, what makes this final different from the last one? What is all this? People are doing that. They're trying to gain insight.
I fuck that narrative.
I love the media.
I don't like the narrative. I don't.
Because it's informational. I like to watch to see. I like to watch to see what the motherfuckers was thinking when you know what I'm saying. Like, so I like press conferences just as much as I like the games.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I'm addicted.
I hear you. A lot of people is addicted to the narrative. I know.
No, it's not the narrative.
Yes, it is.
No, I don't follow the narrative.
Yes, you do.
I swear, no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
That's
I don't.
exactly what you're doing.
No, listen, I don't. What I'm telling you is that there's certain details that I pay attention to because there's certain things that I just be wanting to know just if I was able to even be in that situation.
You can't get that without being doing the narrative, though.
No, because I control my own narrative by finding out the information that I want. I'm not taking no information that they give me.
You learning something from the narrative. That's all you doing. You learning something you think that might be valuable to you. But I don't need the narrative to do that. I'll do that after the fact. If you write a book and I read it and I remember it,
everything is bullshit. Everything is bullshit. So what I'm saying is, you can learn anything from any tool that happens to be bullshit. So I just find the insightful shit in the shit that I need to know.
I am sick with the narrative that they put on TV also, whether it be politics, whether it be sports.
What's a narrative? Like, what do you mean? What are you saying?
The left-right talking point, and you get the same thing in
You
sports.
just said all these talking points too, though.
I know, but I understand that.
Right.
I understand.
Like, even when you're talking left wing.
Once it's been written, I'll go and I can decipher between the two, and the truth is in the middle. The truth has been written, what the actually decision was made by the fucking power structure that made the decision. So when I come to you, I just come to you with this is what the decision was. This is what was actually signed into effect. This is what they're going to do. Right. This is what they was going to do with the narrative from the left and the right debate. This is what actually took place regarding both of those two talking points. And whether you agree with it or disagree with it.
Do you think that, without hating on the situation, I'm just saying that, just taking it for face value, when you take Puffy and Oprah and them and all these black billionaires, they're trying to come together and establish a black political party, do you think that something at that level would have had to be okay by the Jesuits in order to have made it this far?
Yes.
And that's why I said that they okayed it. Yeah. That's the only reason I said they okayed it. I wasn't sure whether they did or not, but because I seen them both talking about it publicly, I assumed that they got the okay. So whether or not the Democrats or Republicans make room for them, they've already got the word from the Jesuits. So it's about them on how they choose to abrupt shit.
They are the black elite that they figure most black people are going to listen to, and that's who they did it with the nation. They did it with that. That's what they do. They've been doing this from the beginning. We just haven't been up on who the real controlling powers are, where the where the word is coming from. And I get into it with my cousins all the time. I'm like, man, y'all can't do what you want to. I'm like, you don't have, there's no such thing as freedom of religion. I'm like, what about your 5013B? And then I shut them off. They don't talk. They don't say that no more.
And explain what is that?
It makes them tax exempt. It's tax exempt for the church. As a matter of fact, the NFL used to have a 5013B back in the day. They were tax exempt corporation also. All of that is orchestrated through the Vatican Church, through the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. This is fact. And like I say.
So this is a question.
Go ahead.
The Roman Empire, that's the same Roman Empire.
Yeah, they in Vatican. They in Rome. I mean, the Vatican is the same one from Caesar and all that shit from back in the day. That's right.
I find it very interesting how they're able to coexist.
With who?
With these other people who they're allowed to feel powerful without.
They control those people. They create them. They control them. They control them all. They are the actual puppet master that you see on the Godfather.
Yeah, that's why it's so incredible.
They are actually the puppet master.
You really gotta watch all three of them.
Yeah, because you'll see the dichotomy between the left and the right.
You seen the street, the corporate, and the religious whole aspect of.
They control it. The whole ball of wax is controlled through that ism.
Mobility.
And it is an ism, and that's the fact. Unfortunately, people can't see it because we've been programmed by mass media to look this way or to look that way, or they point at this person, and you're like, oh yeah, it's his motherfucking fault. It's his motherfucking fault. Yeah, you see what he did last week?
Right.
And you know, shit like that. You see what Oprah them doing? Oh, everybody love Oprah. Why? What has she actually done? Think about
that extreme oath for the Jesuits.
Did you read it?
Yeah. But that shit is man, they talking about killing your fetus and
crushing your head with stones and all that.
They talking about death by any
flay you
secretly, publicly. Whatever the amount, we gonna kill you, nigga.
Go back in history. Go back in history, and it was written. They got depictions of what them assholes did during the Crusades and the Inquisition. They got depicted.
Man, look, that's the next thing. I want to talk about that. Look, with QAnon, because look, I can't. It's like this. Nobody consider themselves their weakest traits. Everybody consider they look by themselves by their strengths and shit. So when you look, QAnon wouldn't consider themselves white supremacist motherfuckers.
No, they wouldn't. Which a lot of them are.
They are.
A lot of them are. Not all of them.
Right,
a lot of them are.
Right. But the point I'm making is the simple ground that there is a satanic pedophile ring inside the most liberal organizations.
The Vatican too.
Alright, but I'm just saying that the way that they shooting it right now
They blaming the Democrats.
That's it, but that's
the beginning
of the tree, though. That's the beginning of the tree. That's the tip. You know what they're trying to say?
They trying to say Hollywood and the Democrats.
Okay, right. But we got to start somewhere. But look,
go ahead.
For the fact that they've even acknowledged that is very special.
It is. Because it's going to be pointed in their direction, too.
Yes, but it was special. But for the fact that they white supremacist motherfuckers, then like you said, it's going to get pointed in their direction, too. Because all the motherfuckers like that Bohemian Grove motherfuckers was conservative before they got liberal. So it was like, at the end of the day, all the motherfuckers is like that. I just don't think that particular group that decided to call them out didn't know who they were supporting were like that. So it's a privileged information of people, but yet they weren't the highest information people, because if they were, they would have realized that no matter which side you're on.
Go to the European monarchy. Go. Okay, you can actually pull up a video of in England at the castle of this man, butt naked ass man, jumping out from the second floor of the fucking Windsor Castle.
Did he die?
No, he jumped. He took off running. So something was happening to him that make that motherfucking.
Hold on. You said a nigga jumped 2 stories?
He jumped from the second story. You can see it. Pull it up on YouTube. Pull it up on you. He hit the ground.
Was he an alien or lizard?
No, he's a white dude. Pull it up. You can see it.
Was? Yeah.
You can see it.
I was here like a nigga jumping down nowhere. But look.
And motherfucker was on the street looking, they like laughing, little bitch.
But look, he could have been a lizard. Look, let's talk about that.
Why would he have a need to jump if he's a lizard?
I mean, I don't know, man. Something could have went down.
The real lizards got so much mind control over humans.
The real lizards probably mad at probably not even fucking with the Vatican right now.
The real lizards are the motherfuckers in the Windsor Castle for real. They the real lizards.
What are you talking about?
The Queen.
Hold on. I want to talk about that because
Prince Harry.
What about the one who with Meghan Markle?
That's Harry.
That's Harry or Andrew? I thought that was Andrew.
Oh, that's Harry.
Harry, okay, one of them.
Married her, I think. The youngest son. He's not
the
even
one with the beard.
He's not even.
He's not a lizard.
He's not. That's not his father. That Prince Charles motherfucker is not his father.
Time's out. You saying that is the realest shit I've ever heard. I hope that's the case. And
that's why they left. That's why that Meghan Markle and him, they pulled away from that whole structure and went off on their own.
Nah. What about this though? Time's out. So you saying that them niggas in Buckingham Palace is lizards?
They lizards.
Okay. So Andrew. So what about Prince Andrew? And then pedophiles.
Oh, he's a part of that. That's all part of it.
So the lizards are pedophiles.
Yeah, that's what they do.
So I'm saying the lizards are pedophiles.
A snake is the motherfuckers can go anyway.
So the whole shit. So the whole shit is controlled.
They're reptiles. They are totally controlled through our complex of the brain. And we all have our complex in our brains, but Do you
think that Prince Andrew gonna bite the bullet?
No. Hell no.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think that he gonna mysteriously die if he don't go to jail?
Well, he old now, so if he died, what the fuck? They gonna say he died.
I'm telling you, I'm talking about me and you would know that was mysterious. I'm talking about.
The thing is, they say that the President Bush, the old man that died, they say that was the execution. He didn't actually die in natural cause.
I don't know. I saw that nigga break it down over the years.
Yeah, I did too. He was all fucked up. So I don't know about that, but
yeah, man.
Even if they was gonna execute, they ain't have to, because all they had to do was wait.
Jimmy Carter's still alive.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter's still alive.
He been in and out the hospital, but he's still alive. I smell another ceremony about him coming on. Another dead liberal. They finna do a ceremony about a dead liberal pretty soon.
That's close.
You know what I'm
saying?
Like
the ritual.
Yeah.
That's all ritual.
Maybe when Biden get in office top of the year or some shit like that.
Another ritual is in effect. That's right.
I can see that. I can see them running.
I can see that too. I can see them making an issue of that reptilian motherfucker too.
Cause that old president's dying is big business.
Yeah, that's big business. Hell.
Damn, that's big business, man. But all that shit, it's all the man. Prince Andrew being linked with the Epstein shit, and Trump was linked, but he not linked more than Clinton, and he distanced himself at the right time.
But basically, Epstein.
It's like
once he realized Epstein had got convicted with them little girls, he wasn't allowed at Mar-a-Lago no more. People don't realize that. They don't give Trump credit for banning him from Mar-a-Lago after Epstein.
You know what it come down to with this upcoming election? You're either about to be down with a narcissistic, white supremacist, egotistical, silver spoon
Or
motherfucker.
Or segregation.
Or a motherfucking satanic.
A pedophile segregation.
Yeah, oh my God.
A pedophile
which is neither one is easy, but the pedophile shit rub you the wrongest.
Yeah, that's for real. For real, the segregation.
It does rub you the wrongest.
The one that be rubbing on little girls and
or just not gonna say that allows an operation or benefits off that kind of shit happening.
That's right.
Let's say that. Because they might not be linked particularly.
No, he linked.
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about just to play the safe. I don't want for them to dodge these accusations.
And his dumbass incestuous ass.
Yeah, but hold on. But we can't let them dodge these accusations.
No,
I know for sure that a lot of liberals are linked to a lot of industries where they benefit off trafficking.
Mm-hmm. No
and because of that, we have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with Trump. So therefore, I am at a. They haven't convinced me yet.
Hit that light.
They haven't. Hit the light. They haven't convinced me yet, for real though.
That Trump ain't a pedophile?
Oh no, see, I don't know about that either. You know what I'm saying? He might just try to look. He might just stepped away once one nigga got blew up.
I don't know, dog.
Man,
it would seem like as many as the way they call them motherfuckers out. The way they call them motherfuckers out, that and they tried to put him in on that, but I don't know. I'm right now. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Look, I don't trust no old white man. I don't.
I hear you. Okay.
I can't. I can't.
I hear you, but
it's
whatever,
against my nature.
I ain't no racist like that, but okay.
Hey, black people can't be racist.
Yes, you can.
We can.
Yes, you can.
We can because
I ain't prejudiced like
we
that.
can prejudice.
Okay, I ain't. Well, I'm saying thing to me, but okay. I'll give you that word if that's what you want.
You said words are important, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm just saying I don't do that. That's why I don't do that word.
But I don't think. I think that I'm reacting. Me reacting. So it's like, it's kind of like men with women, and like it's the same type of shit. So like the same type of way that like where black people want white people to hold other white people accountable is the same way the men oppressing women. I mean, see, you talking. See, once again, you from your perspective, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking in the consensus of the people and trying to make sure and lead the people and how we could really like make sure that we think of our strongest all the way down to our weakest and make sure we can protect our weakest.
Fuck the motherfucker.
But you're only as strong as your weakest.
As a people, we got enough.
Yeah, but we only as strong as our weakest. They only gonna judge us our weakest.
If we came together like the Jewish people did,
we don't know
so-called Jews, if we came together like they did, we
can't come together if we can't protect our weak.
Well, they didn't protect their weak either.
That's why they're not here.
Shit, I'm saying 6 million of them ain't, but the ones that stayed that's here got controlling power like a motherfucker.
I wonder if that was anti-Semitic. What I just said.
What?
That word.
In regard to what?
I mean, like maybe that's why they not here.
No, that's not anti-Semitic.
I'm just saying, but you know how sensitive they is to the term.
They would. I mean, they motherfuckers sensitive everything. It's just like black motherfuckers is sensitive. They're oversensitive.
But look,
every little motherfucker.
This the one thing.
Every slight white motherfucker say to them, racist.
And we have that card to play.
And I don't play them cards.
That's true. We do have them. I believe in white guilt in these motherfuckers.
I don't. Fuck them.
To get what we need.
No, I don't.
What did they do? They use force. They use force, pain, and manipulation to get what they need. So if I gotta white guilt them for that bullshit, I'll do that to get to what I need.
That's fine, but I'm just saying.
It's either that or the pain and the force, right?
I don't expect shit from them motherfuckers.
I mean, you're right.
Don't necessarily want nothing.
It's not even that. Like I said, we just protecting the weakest. You gotta protect your weakest. That's all. You gotta protect the cubs. You gotta protect the weakest. You gotta protect the young. You gotta protect the people who don't know the shit coming for them yet. You know, and that's all it really is. Generations ain't here yet. That's it. We can put it down for them, and that's all it really is about. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
We selling them out. If we gonna go along with what's going on now, we selling them into.
I don't want to be white.
We sell them into another.
I don't want to be white, and I don't want to be a slave owner at the same time.
Basically, what you selling, if you going along with this system that's
I ain't going along with the system at all.
I'm just saying, if you saying that, I don't know what you expect. If you taking a handout from them motherfuckers in exchange for what?
Listen, I don't care what the hand. Listen, all I'm saying
in
is
exchange for what?
It's about survival for the most part.
In exchange for what?
That's the one thing people don't forget.
You don't know how to survive?
You know what I'm saying? That right there is
I can remember a time my mama and them came here from. My mama and my father come here in the '50s from Allen motherfucking Bama, where you ain't had shit, less than shit.
That's
and
cool.
They lived basically like we have been talking about the Hispanic people, the Mexicans and whatnot. They lived 4 families in 2 family flats in Black Bottom.
Right. But look, that's the point. That's the perspective. See what I'm saying is people got it bad out here. And a lot of people can't really focus on shit because they focusing on surviving. So until we have not figured out how to take care of our weak, to the poor,
what are we supposed to do?
vulnerable. I mean, it's nobody has ever been able to answer that. So that's the point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not judging people for not being able to do it. But what I'm saying is that is still the problem. And the problem is more people are falling into that. It's becoming bigger because like with that same bubble that we creating, it's creating a bigger poverty. So the problem is, like I said, you might be smart enough to know to buy your gold, to hoard your gold, and to stack this and own your home and do this. But there's motherfuckers out here that they didn't even have a fighting chance from the jump. They don't got a fighting chance this way, that way. We don't even know if they capable of this and that. So we can't all come together as one because we don't know.
The ruling elite got something for them. They got something coming. They got some more genocide coming.
Look,
they got another war. They got World War III coming. This shit.
We in World War III.
Okay, no, it ain't. You think this?
No,
this is
World War
just
III.
the first shots of it. This ain't even got into the third inning.
Oh, do you know that if I call it this, it only run by music shit, it be running by the bars. But I started us right after the one shit when you was talking about the mass. We started at the mass. That's where I had to realize it was getting too good not to record.
All your people gonna see that's a selfish motherfucker don't want to wear a mask.
No.
No.
Because look, let me not.
Let me
just say that. I don't care. It's not about that. Because that's not about the thing.
It'd be funny to me if they said it.
I'm all about dialogue. Just the thing. You people don't get a chance to talk to people who don't feel like them, right? And not only that, just today, right? I swear to God, just today I seen a notification. My old boss, and I don't like to even refer to it as that term, but he was my superior at my job. Like he was like the manager and shit.
Use boss.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
I might use manager.
Yeah, you give me though. Yeah, he was the manager of the store and shit.
He
right.
owned the company, but he ain't my owner.
Right, but look, I knew that he was a Trump supporter, right?
Right.
Blatant, loved it. Like he fucked with Trump. He probably would have put it on the bumper sticker, right? He loved the ignorant shit Trump be on. He loved that shit. So I know that he wanted the Trump ones that unapologetically Trump, you know? So and he white and shit. When I was in sales. Slanging the firms. Yeah. I ain't want to say the company name. Right. They ain't pay me yet. But but I was slanging the firm for the company. And he liked my page today, and I noticed that I post a lot of I'm pro-black and I don't give a fuck.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm just saying, but that tends to me, a lot of times I tend to be liberal in my views because pro-black don't fit in the conservative Republican regime at all. You know it doesn't. Does not act like the blood, what they call it, the blacks leave it, the Democrat shit. Them motherfuckers is not pro-black. You might be a Republican, but Republicans don't tend to be pro-black. And that's the thing where they have to open the diversity shit. We're getting close when you see this Ice Cube and these puffy shit stepping against the Democrats and these new little shits they own.
I don't think they Republican though.
I know. But that's the point of their stance. They not lying and saying they is or ain't.
We're not going with this Democratic platform.
Exactly. And they rich but they rich enough. But even in them, I can look at them the way you can look at yourself being like in a selfish regard because they can speak for themselves in their regard and step up. But you got millions of motherfuckers who can't step against this shit and say we don't need the 1,200. Right. Fuck y'all 1,200. Whoa. I know millions of people who can't say fuck that 1,200.
I don't need that 1,200.
You know what I'm saying? But I
see motherfuckers get it.
Exactly. And that's the point. That's the point. So in their regard, you know, it's just about paying more attention to see what they own and what little shits that they implement. But I do admire black people finally coming to that realization and shit. That
fuck the Democrats, and fuck the Republicans too.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, they'll kill you each way about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I'll tell you this much: if I had to go with a black leader that's trying to come up with a solution, I'm more apt to go towards Cube than Oprah and Puffy put the motherfucking together.
Hold on, Cube is different, but I'm not gonna look. I don't know who anybody personally linked to. Look, I believe we are linked to the Jesuits, regardless, and we don't know.
In a certain extent, because you have birth certificates.
Right, I think
because you have birth certificate, because you have a.
I don't think that you can actually run away.
Social Security number.
No, look, when I look back, you have a Social Security number. Yeah, of course, but look, when I look back at my life on some like certain shit, I realized that it's so everywhere. This whole shit was rooted before we even came. You got an Illuminati symbol on your head,
on your
hat.
From sea to shine and sea. Yeah, they created the Lion King.
It's just everything, just Illuminati. So like, the whole point of it is, I went to a Jesuit college.
Do you know what the Holy See is? They say it. The Holy
Mother
See.
worked at a Jesuit school.
Right. It's a Holy See. From sea to shining sea.
Ribby worked at a Jesuit. No, I'm just saying it for the people listening, just how much of a Jesuit influence is in life in general. Whether we even realize it.
That's true.
It's hard to even run it.
Every institution is
Man, I'm talking about LeBron.
Every institution.
Right, and it's hard for some people to fathom that shit.
But yeah, because it's not put out front. Who would know?
Yeah, who
would know?
Right.
Everybody, who people been blaming, like the Jews control the finance, the economy. The Jews control it.
Oh my God, but who control the Jews?
Absolutely. What did I send you yesterday? Did you read it? Did you see it?
No, what you talking about?
You didn't see what I sent you yesterday? I sent you two of them. When you pull it up, read it for the cast.
Oh, you talking about the Rothschild dynasty?
What does it say?
Let me see. He sent me a link about the Rothschilds. Let me see. The truth will set you free if you can find it. The sad truth about the truth is don't believe anything you read, hear, or see on this site or any other news site.
Check it out for yourself.
Yeah, check it out for yourself. And that's the fucking truth overall when you just think about it. Just
what else it say? No, get into the heart of what I sent you. Let's get to the heart of that. The Rothschild family are the guardians of the Vatican treasury. They the guardians of it. They're not the owners of it, which make them the guardians of the world treasury. The Bank of International Settlement, the International Monetary Fund, and on and on and on. That's who they are. But they've been put out. They the front people. They the guardians of.
How did that happen?
That goes way back.
I'm just saying. Is that a voting process or that was?
No.
There's no
none
change.
Of that. That's all in secret.
You can never change that.
That's all through rituals and stuff like that.
You can't change that.
Huh?
We can't change that.
That gradually is being changed because what happened in recent history is that I believe the French Rothschilds decided to get out of the system.
Right.
They decided to just divest.
You know what would be
that
silly?
Was recently. I'm
you know what would be silly as hell?
If
a motherfucker changed his last name to Rothschild.
People do it.
And then married somebody, her name Rothschild, and then their kids Rothschilds and started some Rothschilds and made them black or something. Like the black. Do you believe that the black Rothschilds, you ever heard of that?
Nope. They got black, them degenerate motherfuckers got kids of every scope from all over the place.
Right. Could you be a black Rothschild? That's why you know about this shit?
No. I just know about
That's what he wanted to say, y'all. Illuminati.
Rothschild family dumps US dollar for gold. That was 2016. Rothschild to pull out of gold market after 200 years. So if the Rothschild family pulled out of gold, since they the Vatican, the guardians of the Vatican treasury, they was working on behalf of the Vatican. But people don't know that because the Vatican, their name is the one that's up front. See, it's been hidden behind them. So that people can get mad at the so-called Jews instead of the actual controlling power of the whole system. And that's the thing that most people don't have a clue about.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
They hide. They the hidden hand. They the one throw the stones and hide the hand. This is amazing. How many people have heard of the Black Pope? Literally.
Yeah. We got, and that right there was deep too. But like, when you just think about it too, though, wherever somebody stand, our thoughts aren't our own. Our words aren't our own. You know, even our interests aren't our own. You might be able to be the artist and build your character off of your own collection of interests that, you know, maybe nobody persuade you 100% to, you know, but you were able to pick this shit up along the way. But at the end of the day, all this shit is linked to all this shit, same shit.
Basically,
so it's like, we can't even condemn them. One slave can't condemn another slave because he got better treatment.
That's true. You got so-called house Negroes. I'm not gonna use the word I don't like. You got the field hand Negro.
You was about to say house niggers.
I don't use that word.
What, nigga?
I don't do that, but that's fine.
What is it? What is it? What's your beef with the word?
Because it denotes ignorance, basically. But what I was told a different story about the origin of the word. Now, you got a part of Africa called Niger, the Niger Delta in Africa. Those were real good farmland, and those were some of the best farmers in the world. So when the slave came from the Niger Delta to America, they already knew how to farm. And so instead, now this, I don't know, I'm just saying, this is what I was told. So instead of the slave masters wanting any other slave, they like, I want one of them niggers, and it actually got turned to nigger. That's just something I heard. I don't know if it's true, but the Niger Delta, you can go back and look at that. That is rich farmland.
How long does Spanish go back? Like Negro, black?
Well, you have to understand, before they got to America, I'm sure they went through Cuba first. They went through Spain and Cuba.
Right.
So they would Africans, black slave Africans or black Africans were probably in Spain.
They wasn't even probably considered.
The Moors were in
black
Spain.
Probably wasn't. We probably never was considered black until this American.
You have to, we wasn't considered black until America. That's right. But you have to understand the Moors conquered Spain also. The Moors conquered Sicily.
Oh
the
my
Moors
God,
are black.
that's just gonna be some title is something like AD, Black in America AD, or something like, and BC, like, cause that's what it is. It's really before a certain period where we don't even realize white people is the minority in the world.
White people are definitely the minority. That's what scares them so much. That they the minority.
Oh, that's why they can't give up power.
That horrifies.
I just figured it out.
That horrifies.
Oh, so I get it now. Duh, why didn't nobody just said that this whole time? They've been in their racist regime this whole time, but ain't nobody said that. They see the rest of the world. If they let up and let these niggas get this world, they ain't gonna have they white man's haven no more. You know what I'm saying? And America is a white man's haven, or historically it's been. So, wow, I can't believe we just came to that conclusion. That was pretty deep. You wonder, like, why do they hate us so bad? Why are they so fearing trying to stop or control us? Because look at the rest of the world.
You also have to understand.
And we slaved them. We know that.
Yeah,
this shit just happens again.
The Moors were crucial.
I seen the old ass art with white people in chains and black people in gold and shit. I seen that too. We could talk about that.
Have you heard of the black nobility?
Of course.
Okay, now the question to ask was the black nobility, did some of them come from Africa? Did they come from African roots?
They had to.
or does black just
everything comes from the continent? You contest to that, right?
Civilization, from all accounts, started in Africa.
Right.
Civilization by all accounts.
So technically we're all African. So that's why it's weird to call it out like that.
Except for the white man that came on Earth with the blue eyes and the green eyes. They that's a different thing. No, they not like they wasn't us.
I mean, I feel you. They mankind.
They was broad.
What was it, man? What's that Neil Armstrong phrase? What's that Neil Armstrong phrase when he landed on the moon?
One giant leap for mankind or something.
This was a big step for mankind. Hold on, this was remember? Because whatever it was pretty much saying that, like, the finesse was on. I heard a real conspiracy theory that's pretty deep. I'm gonna look into it. But it was like, this was a big step for man, but a giant leap for mankind. You hear me? That might be it. It was a big step for man, but it was a giant leap for mankind. And it make you ask, like, what the fuck does that mean? Was that some alien reference?
Yep, I believe it was.
What the fuck? A big step for man, but a giant leap for mankind.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck kind of shit? That's weird. That's very weird to say. And the serpent tongue on NASA. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't talk about that either. That's too blatant. That's disrespectfully blatant. They trying to clean up all the old bullshit that they didn't realize we was gonna be smart enough to peep at a certain point.
The scroll.
He got me looking at Moorish noble shit.
Black nobility. Black aristocracy.
You know what I'm saying? Black European
shit. The Moors
shit.
went into Sicily and they went all over. They went into Rome. They was part of the black aristocracy. And then they became the black.
You know what's so real?
The Blotchinets. The Bloxburgs, all of those black.
Why does one little chick look like Cardi B though? I'm dead.
Right.
No, this look like Cardi B.
What's her name?
I don't even know. I'm talking
about.
Got
a name by her?
I don't know, no, but this bitch look like Cardi B. She got the braids and everything. Oh, more. She got good hair braids. Her shit ain't nappy.
Morocco.
At the end of the day, though, I don't.
They Moroccan, so they would be fine skinned and.
That shit though, I don't believe the word fine skin, fair skin. I think all that bullshit.
They not dark. With the point I'm making is not dark.
Pale skin is actually dumb.
You don't like your own complexion then, right?
Huh?
You got fair skin on.
I don't consider nothing really like fair skin, but if anything, the less melanin you have, the worse it is for you.
Yeah.
That's how I personally believe. So even though we're in a construct to think otherwise, I believe that white people are inferior because of the lack of melanin. And I don't think this is another thing too. This is another thing too. I asked you this a couple times.
Bone density and a lot of stuff.
Right, and I believe that lack of melanin not only goes skin deep, but I think that it may be mental. I think that they have a lack of empathy, a lack of connection.
Might be.
You know what I'm saying? A lack of universal awareness.
Oh, you think that my sort of light skin makes me not give a fuck about other shit but myself?
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You are now listening to 100 Bullets.
Back to the bases, I'm in the basement. Like summer in the rave, bitch. Told them wait, bitch. Fair try and build a case, bitch. But it ain't shit. Thinking that I'm pushing weight, bitch. Guess I weigh lit. Fuck a job application, cause they don't make shit. My dog just got a probation, still on the same shit. How we supposed to make a wage? Shit, nobody raises us. So fucking tired of working day shit. That money ain't shit. Tell them I be on vacation. Why the case pin? Fuck all of them allegations. My niggas made me. They wanna see us all slaving. Minimum wage. And behind I'm supposed to feed my baby. Can't let them play me. I just try to catch a nigga with it, baby, not this time. They hate it when you out trying to get it, baby, not this time. I'd rather make a killing for I than make a living, baby, not this time. Try and get it, baby, not this time. Expect me as a motherfucking man, baby, not this time. Never let them play me like a ham, baby, not this time.
Look, they say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Help my mama ashes, that shit fuck me up, I'm mad, cause I ain't have a dad, now I'm fucking one. Then my baby mama's bad, now I can't see my sons. Anger problems, attitude was like you see my gun. They told him I ain't shit but good dick, shit like he the one. Stuff the bitch, took her on the trip, shit, we was young. Had to hit that lick for them chip, shit, we was bums. They dream about the niece, then I think of young. Hook my mama for me jizzle just to keep it one. Could function for a while, stop going out of town, I blew a fucking 100,000 with the jail, what the hell, no bail, niggas clown, never read it. There you have it, came your daddy full of pounds. Little niggas still wanna be like me, not rob a town, drip wet, dress Dougie for his fresh, and my sister good. Told him with his rap shit, pop again, we out the hood.
I just try to catch a nigga with it, baby, not this time. They hate it when you out trying to get it, baby, not this time. I had to make a killing for I to make a living, baby, not this time. Trying to get it, baby, not this time. Spend me other motherfucking man, baby, not this time. I will let them play me like a hell, baby, not this time.
In certain traits, but the one underlying thing of just the racism aspect, it just blows me that they haven't reinvented themselves to just be like, stand on your principles and just like, I mean, I'm not saying I want motherfuckers to be like, yeah, black people come over here, cause shit, I'm not like white people come over here, but I'm honestly not just putting hatred and the energy for whites. You know what I'm saying? Like, what white police do in the hoods, I can't even, the hatred that's built up against the police that I have for just the way that they walk around like they big and bad or somebody.
They only do that because you don't know your rights. That's because black folk don't know their rights. Once people start calling them out and start videoing them and calling them out on what they doing, then it will end pretty much overnight.
Right? Quick, right?
Yeah, but that's the problem. We don't know. We think they can do all this shit because they've been getting away with it so long. Right?
Right.
So come on, man. It's time to get educated and call them out. And
it's just about trying to... it's hard to get motherfuckers to know, but like, it's the benefit of us all. So like, if we don't stop, you know what I'm saying? These future generations ain't gonna even be like, you know what I'm saying? You got grandkids and shit, like, ain't no reason why Buddha should grow up and the police still trying to play the same tactics they playing in 2020.
It might get worse, because if they get what they want, Biden's gonna call for martial law. He gonna call for martial law. Then you know what happens under martial law, right?
Trump pretty much is probably.
No, he haven't. Nope.
He killed some motherfuckers.
No, what you talking about when he went to that church? That symbolic shit?
David McCarthy. That blood is on his hands.
Okay.
David McCarthy, he was feeding the police and the protesters, and got shot. And of course, because it was the National Guard that shot him, there's no justice for him. Regardless of the situation, they know this man didn't do anything. He was out there feeding army people, he had to sit during the Breonna Taylor protester. But for the fact that he wasn't a protester, but he was feeding the cops, the people protecting the protesters, everybody, and he was killed by a National Guardsman. I just feel like they should have, and at least some type of empathy for that situation.
Okay, but how you say Trump killed him?
You know what I'm saying? He sent the military there in a lawless situation, like you sent the federal, you sent them federally shit into that state situation.
He threatened to do that, but what he did was he can't send them without the governor.
No, remember he did. Remember the times that he did?
They sent him back in Portland. They rescinded it.
It got bad in Portland.
He did it in Portland. And they said, no, we don't want you here. Right. And they had to back out.
Portland was the first people who thought to stand down.
Yeah.
When Trump first did it, nobody thought that we're about to try to say no to the national government.
You have to understand his job. His job as the commander-in-chief is to protect property. That's his. If it's federal property, it's his. If they talk about storming a federal building, then that's his fucking job to stand to protect that for real.
Right, but in regard, that's the point. That's the point I'm getting at. And this is the thing. Like I said, it's the narcissism aspect and the few, you know
that.
what I'm saying? But it's the blood on his hands to in situations to be like, I understand with all that being said, what he knows his job. What I'm saying is the man that they knew that killed, who they know that wasn't a protester. He wasn't and regardless, even if he was a protester, but just saying he wasn't a protester, he was out there.
What did they do to the National Guard?
He was a businessman. He was big in that community. Everybody know that he got shot. They don't even talk about him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that like what happens when you get caught? Yeah. So what happens when you get killed by the National Guard? And just because
if it's unjust, there's a remedy. Should be a remedy for it. His family gotta ask for a remedy.
That's deep. But I'm talking about based off the narcissistic traits of Commander-in-Chief in those situations.
He's a blustery motherfucker.
Yeah, man. It gets insulting at a certain point. Cause I admire some people that could at least be like this in those moments. See, he a wartime president.
No, he's not.
No, I'm talking not like actual war, but I'm talking about he can take the whole world saying fuck him, going at war with the whole world, and he could still focus under that kind of pressure. Most niggas can't move under that kind of pressure Trump moved under.
Yeah, I know.
So because that's what I mean wartime. That's what I meant. Not like he know what to do in war, but just exactly. He can move under fire.
He don't care what you say about him.
And I give him that.
But
I'll give him that. You get what I'm saying?
He got faults too, but goddamn, he got faults too. I don't really like him.
I don't really like him.
On parts that I agree with him on, I agree with him. I'm objective.
Yeah, I'm objective. That's why I try to be objective. Like I told you about my Corona conspiracy at first, where I was hoping it happened. Yeah. I was hoping that it was let's get rid of these old motherfuckers.
You wouldn't want Nancy Pelosi to get the shit too, cause that bitch is worse.
No, look, I know, but what I'm saying is, the thing about her. I remember a time where I really hated her. No, I hated her at the point in time.
Controlled by the Jesuits.
I hated her so bad, right?
She's a Catholic too. She controlled by the Jesuits.
But the thing about Pelosi, the thing about Pelosi is just, you think she a lizard?
Yeah. Look at her fucking.
I don't know if she a lizard.
She may not be a lizard, but look at she's an evil bitch. She's a witch. She's an evil bitch.
She's such a shark. I just respect it.
And them freshmen that got sworn in last time, they don't like her either. The new
the squad, right?
Yeah, the new squad, they don't like that.
AOC,
none of them
Ayana,
like that bitch.
Rashida, and Omar.
And she shouldn't have been given that goddamn job back. She agreed to the bailouts back when, and now when she agreed to them back when. Why, if you agreed to them back then,
you know what
bank,
it is.
You agreed to them for the bank. Now they trying to get a few dollars for the people.
So now they mad because it was their fault
anyway,
right? You know what happened too with the nigga?
Fuck up out of here.
Trump was going broke and decided to go into politics, which is smart to do. That's what businessmen do.
That's probably why he didn't want to show that goddamn tax.
Yeah.
But he don't have to show his tax.
No, but technically,
he don't have to show his taxes.
But you thought going into public office you did. So he set a precedent with that.
But you have to understand, you have to show your personal taxes. You don't have to show the stuff you got in trust.
No, but they was talking about federal income tax that he didn't.
That his personal federal income tax, not his company and his trust account. He don't have to.
No, I'm saying so he's not entitled to that to show.
There's a separation between public and private. I've been saying
taxes, regardless.
Everything. That's how the system works. They don't tell you that. If they told you that, they would be opening up the whole fucking shit to everybody.
So what? But I thought anything commerce is commercial. And public.
It depends on what they've done.
My federal income taxes is all capital letters.
They have convinced us that we are the public entity.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But look, my federal taxes are still a public record. That's
I know.
It. So Trump should be as well. So what I'm saying is,
it is.
Look, that's the thing. Look, my federal, what I pay federal income tax is all capital letters.
Okay, now, but so his businesses is up under Trump Enterprise and stuff like that. He don't have to disclose that shit.
He just keep forgetting which social security number he putting down. That's what he do.
You got a taxpayer ID number. If you got a trust account, you got a different number than that one that's part of your nom de guerre. They give you a different one. Now you never run a business. I got a taxpayer ID number that's separate from my social security number.
This is the thing. Trump, when you go into public office, historically we've known. You know what I'm saying? Historically we've known that there's certain things and certain sacrifices those people who do that have to do. They be getting
people
rid of businesses.
Most people that have taken that job didn't have a multinational corporation that they were running for years. And I can't think of one that did. I can't think of one that came from business running most of them are career politicians that get that job.
Right.
And so they operating based on that. So they hide money. Most of them motherfuckers be multi-millionaires.
He set a precedent.
Huh?
He set a precedent. Not showing the taxes and then not showing the medical reports. She showed.
You don't have to do none of that.
No. Listen, that's what I'm saying. But we figured that the highest job in the land had no privacy, and that's the point.
Yeah,
no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the point of the historic. He's the precedent that he's setting. Is like there's no space. And I do believe that he do have to be to a degree transparent in certain aspects. Unless is this a dictate? The thing is, there are certain aspects I do feel comfortable being more transparent.
Everything in the public he should be transparent about. That's got a public that people should know.
Trump not telling motherfuckers about his health shit, it gives me North Korea vibes. The way that they don't be wanting niggas to know if he's still in power and shit, because they know it's gonna be a war of power. They're gonna try to get power. That ain't got shit to do with us. So while I'm in this country, I would feel comfortable to know that if something happened, not me particularly, but just somebody in my position, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't care. He could have kicked the can if all I care. But I'm saying, I would have liked to know that we had a plan. Something happened, like this. The way he tried to show that he not giving up office bothers me with the narcissistic shit. Just because I don't want that to set a precedent moving forward with no president. Feel like they could do some shit like that or say some shit like at the end of the day, if he think that he can't show his public record, okay. But if you don't think that has something to do with the power, but what's a little breakthrough? What do you mean by what changed in 96?
99.
2000, right?
Yeah, 2000, right.
What changed?
The United States came out of the bankruptcy that they've been in.
And it was the new terms?
And yep.
And what was it? The fact that they couldn't put nobody in particular like that?
You can't have a president.
So you think Trump sent the...
That's why they had that delay when they was arguing between Gore and Bush.
I don't think that relates to Trump though, do it? You don't think they sent the businessman to do that? He not that sharp.
I'm gonna tell you, if you notice something after 2000, it seems like every year they have to fight over whether they're gonna increase the budget in order to pay off the debt. Every year since then, you think about it. Every year under Obama, they had some government shutdowns because they argued, we're not gonna okay this amount of money being spent. We're gonna shut the government down. And so that's all part of that bankruptcy. See, the country is in default. This country, the U.S., the corporate U.S. has been in bankruptcy since 1933, ongoing, and it ended in 1999. Now Trump got put in place to go through the default because they can never pay it. So now they deciding whether they're gonna reset it and default on the debt. So because every year since then they've been fighting on whether Congress and the White House have been fighting over whether we gonna give this extra $1 trillion a year to keep it going. So now they haven't decided. At some point they're gonna decide whether who gonna default. Trump has been the man they put up.
This is the thing. I don't even. This is what it is. I don't trust no politicians. That's just point blank. They all ain't shit.
About money, they full of shit.
The thing about Trump is the fact of I guess I got too comfortable with the fact that politicians professionally rock you to sleep. That
professionally rock you to sleep.
I feel like even if you about to shoot me in the back of the head, at least have the decency to, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's really what it is. Because if you got a motherfucker that's blatantly telling, it's like Malcolm X said, you got a motherfucking racist, an open racist who don't give a fuck, tell you, he's stand on before you can kind of respect that. Yeah. So that is the reason why I kind of fuck with Trump, and people can't really understand for certain reasons why I respect him. But just saying, I just feel like he was good for the money until he wasn't. I feel like the people he was making money for who got him there, he's starting to make them, he's putting a strain on their relationships with him. I believe so.
They never did. The people that you think that
like the Feds, the Russia. I believe that everybody looking at Trump now that
they didn't put him in power.
I don't even necessarily put him in power, but a lot like assisted in some capacity.
I'm gonna tell you something else. We're talking about Soros. If Soros showed up anywhere near Russia, he'd be put on trial to death because he destroyed the economy. This is what he does. This is what he does. Y'all need to.
I'm about to look up. That's the hardest shit I've heard once you said that. That make me feel like it's an international. And he know he playing out laws because he know he. Man, just like what's the one dude who traded the information? Who they gave him asylum, but in a minute they about to cut his asylum. What's gonna happen to him?
Oh, you talking about the guy in England?
Schneider.
WikiLeaks guy.
Is that the WikiLeaks guy with the glasses? No, I'm talking about the glasses. The with the camera. He Snowden.
Oh, Snowden. He's in Russia.
Yeah, but they about to get rid of that. You heard?
They were talking about Trump was talking about pardoning him. They were talking about pardoning him.
Who? Trump said that?
Trump said something about pardoning.
I couldn't even believe that.
I don't believe it, but I've heard.
You know, I would believe he would be the one to do it because Obama is firm on that nigga. And that's why I don't fuck with Obama right there, because all he did was do what I was trying to tell you, like the clerks. If the clerks had a job, when you know they was doing that fuck shit, if you got fired or something, or you don't have a human soul, Snowden had a soul, right?
Right.
He was a part of it, but at some point he realized, you know what, dog?
I can't do this no more.
This some sick shit. The human in you has to, you know, and I don't understand. And he caused the whole ripple and the whole. He woke American conscience up, didn't he? Regardless of if whatever changed, they could have reversed certain things. He let us all know that they was watching, and every time you think about it, like, nah. That's why I make sure I record all the time, is because I'm gonna let them know that I'm gonna benefit off recording my shit before they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they recording us and we not benefiting from it. I'm about to figure out how to benefit from it. Y'all wanna watch me this much? Y'all wanna, like, the whole shit? He told us. How Russia's worst crisis began 20 years ago. I got a Russian friend, man, from college. He don't even know anything.
All tied around George Soros and his currency manipulation.
You think that, and he just did this with us?
He's a currency manipulator. He's a currency manipulator.
What did he get out of it, though? I wanted to look up that Russian thing.
He's the front person for the Vatican and the Rothschild.
So he probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think he getting a percentage of the deal, or what? Like, what would a nigga?
If you gave him less than 1/10 or 1% of what actually takes place in the economy, that's a shitload of money.
Right, like that's what his business model is.
Yeah, take $1 trillion.
So business.
Take 1/10 of $1 trillion.
So I'm trying to
less than 1/10.
I'm trying to get his business model and understand why he's necessary. So long story short, different countries call him so they could regulate, so they could fuck their currency up.
Or whatever. Yeah, he's a currency manipulator.
So whose interests align with that? The countries?
No, the world, the Bank of International Settlements, the World Bank, that's who we work for.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like, where does his interest align with a major? Because you say I keep hearing man.
Whatever the globalist economic agenda is
at the time.
At the time, it aligns with what he's trying to do. See,
George Soros.
I got some more George Soros. I'm gonna go way back on.
That's a deep shit right there.
If he went anywhere near Russia, he'd be tried for crimes against humanity and would be under under death sentence. For real. They all know it.
Man. I've been feeling like I've been getting watched ever since I got back from Japan.
Oh.
I ain't lying.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. Just to, not even just watch, but just like, ever since that first time coming through customs, it just seemed like my shit get clocked different. Like, and then, just all kind of shit, man. Like, even when you know, not even when you go through customs, when you go to Canada, for instance. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Them motherfuckers, it's just so weird the way they do you, or the way they. I definitely could peep on being watched when I drive to Canada. Ain't that crazy?
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah, you are.
I'm talking about like
they know they got a screen there. They know more about you than you think.
That's what I'm saying. I think that they follow in my car for a minute once I drive away. Once I be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I really, and only God. Well, I ain't gonna say God, but you know what I mean by guys. We heard that negative, positive shit. Only the powers to be knows what they really paying attention to, and they you know what I'm saying? They could see you at every moment, at break and turn. Like they probably could type in your numbers and put you up on a bunch of screens. You know what I'm saying? Like the security, like at a real secret level, I'm sure.
They can do whatever they want to, man.
Right. So I try to lead with that.
They can do whatever they want to. When I got to Japan, I know they knew I had a felony, but they asked. They kicked my nephew out because he said his job sent him to Japan, and he told them the truth. And they put him in they made him stay in the fucking hotel at his expense with a guard at the door, and they put him on the first thing, smoking the fuck up out of there the next day.
You hear that shit say an hour ago?
Yeah.
$72 trillion debt, government debt, head into what?
Default problem. Heading to default problem. That might be what they're talking about. Economic collapse, stock market crash. Economic collapse means they going into default. Because once they default on the debt, it's automatic.
And this go hand in hand with that reset shit you.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand with the reset. Yup. They. Well, I can pull that up. They've been global reset everywhere, man. All you have to do is pull global reset up, and you're gonna get bombarded with fucking information. So much information that it's gonna be like, whoa, for real. Just pull a global reset up, and everything gone. Your phone may go fucking dark.
They already know how I'm
Did you
laying.
pull it up?
What?
Global reset.
Google.
Google global reset, and you don't.
The government know how I'm laying. Like, this the point.
Yeah, they know what you think. Oh yeah, they can go. They got this.
Yeah, but even then, right? Like, even when it comes to like my push, as far as like, I do understand the importance of order, but I feel like like I said, at least you could do is make them not feel like they're slaves.
Make who feel like they're not slaves?
The slaves.
Oh, yeah. Well, they do. That's the biggest trick of it all, is to make people
feel like they're not free. Slaves, right? So that's the least you could do, because ain't no way we really could get out this matrix unless you kick the can. And even then, they probably got a way they trapping our energy to reincarnation. Who the fuck knows? It'll be some wild ass matrix shit.
I'm gonna tell you. You want to know what the words going around now is how you get recycled and brought back here.
How?
When you go through that tunnel, that we've been programmed to think we go through this tunnel, and we start to see all our ancestors from our loved ones, and when we go to them,
man, I told you that. Remember,
you get recycled back into that thing. They sweep your mind. Yeah.
Didn't I tell you that story?
Yeah, that's the word that's going out now.
But I told you that I see my little sister and mom at the very end, and then I woke back up.
Wow. Yeah.
And then look, I told you I was walking down the hallway that looked like a hospital waiting room. I seen all these people I felt like I knew, but I couldn't recognize them. But I felt like I knew them though, like in my current. And what's so weird is something was walking me, and I couldn't even tell you what was walking me. I had never looked at it, but it was guiding me. It was a guiding force that picked me up on some, like, I seen myself laying down, and it was incredible. So when you just said that, I don't know if you were specifically saying the exact words I just said to you that time. Or you really?
That's basically what I'm saying.
That right there is like.
You can pull that up. You got a lot coming up on YouTube and other places. I've been seeing stuff talking about what you just said.
Of all the financial titans and philanthropists of the 20th century, none are more complex or mysterious than George Soros. Like Carnegie, J.P. Morgan, and the Rockefellers, he amassed billions through ruthless business decisions, only to turn around and give away most of his fortune to advance his own personal philosophy.
Sound like Bill Gates to me. Look like him too.
Financial market simply by voicing an opinion, or destabilize a government by buying and selling its currency. He also pledged more aid last year to help people in Russia.
If you watch Bill Gates talk, If you ever get a chance to
I
watch
just
it,
did.
he always doing this. He talks like this. Oh Lord my God, oh Lord my God, someone help the son of a widow.
He talking.
No, he be talking and moving his hands.
Why
like
you
this.
saying, what's the point of significance behind it, you think?
It's all Illuminati symbolism of Masonic.
Oh, yeah, extra as fuck. That's extra.
If you are a high degree Mason and you go down the street and you just start saying, oh Lord my God, they got to stop and help you. That's a symbolism.
What do you mean? Like the
that
police?
you got to help. You got the Mason, a brother's in distress, and you got to help. You got to stop and help. Bill Gates is always, every time he talks like this with his hands just
So what is that? Pulling in investors, everybody?
No, he's telling people that what they trying to do, and y'all have to go along with it. This is the agenda, and this is.
So he's Moses. I mean, not like Moses, but
he got
you get what I'm saying. I'm just playing with it.
He got a lot of power.
So he do that to. That's terrible.
You have to ask the question.
That's terrible.
How could a guy that started Microsoft, he stole the idea to begin with, to make to build Microsoft. He stole the idea, but he's a computer guy. How could he resign from that and then be the chief vaccine authority in the world? What? He don't know nothing about it. He no damn scientist.
He really not, and he didn't.
And he's making a fortune off of vaccines.
And he don't have a chemistry degree. We know
Absolutely.
that.
How?
So what the fuck?
How? Why? And why? We know his parents were eugenicists.
What the fuck for the people? What is that? Because I don't even know.
Eugenicists believe in population control. We know his parents are population control. Margaret Sanger and his people.
Did you appreciate when I said that because y'all never heard of George Soros until you said it, right? So when I just heard the introduction that this man gave and the way he said he obtained his riches and gave it back, obtained the riches and gave it back, it sounded like Bill Gates in the way he did.
He's still worth over about
But you keep Bill
billion.
Gates. Bill Gates did that same thing.
Yeah, but he's still worth. But he's making. Do you know how much they make off of vaccines and they can't?
No, yeah, but you know how many times he gave up his money to get more than he ever got back.
Right.
That's the point I'm getting at.
You can't. You heard the interview with the devil. You can't. If you want to get money, you got to be able. You got to give it away. You got to give in order to receive. So if you got to give in order to receive, and if you want to be Illuminati, if you want that 33 degree, you got to give. That's what the money is.
That shit really 3 hours.
Huh?
That devil shit really 3 hours.
Yeah, that shit lasts 3 hours.
That audio 3 hours.
Yeah, interview with
All right, cool. I listen to 3 Hour Podcast, so I'm gonna check that out. People thought I was crazy when I read the Satanic Bible, but I didn't read it because I was a devil worshiper. I read it because I was curious. And you know, the very first page was a shot at Christianity. Said the only reason we call it a Satanic Bible was to piss Christians off. It's on the very first page of the Satanic Bible, dog.
I don't believe that.
I promise.
I know. I mean, I believe what you said, but
No,
I don't believe what the rationale for what they.
No, I know. I just thought that was an interesting way to smack dumbass followers in his face. I have to take it back. I do. I gotta hear it because this nigga here.
Hong Kong followed suit, triggering a financial crisis that plunged.
Hold on. Okay, we missed what just happened. What happened?
Also pledged more aid last year.
He did the same thing in Russia
than the U.S. government did. Right
What?
now, his quantum group.
You want to go back?
No, I heard what they just said. That just blew me.
Of rich investors' money around the world every day, looking for profits and answering to nowhere. Soros makes huge bets on whole countries and economies. Last year, when he saw cracks in the Asia boom, he began selling the currency in Thailand. Traders in Hong Kong followed suit, triggering a financial crisis that plunged much of Asia into a depression. I cannot and do not
He's
look
still
at
alive.
social consequences of what I do.
What the fuck is he doing?
Is, carnivore
What is his current shit to what you were saying? What's his current movement in the world? Like, what does it look like he's trying to accomplish now?
He just fund whoever he thinks or help forward.
Right, no, I'm saying. So what's his current thing? Like, he's tanking the dollar or something?
Yeah. They after the dollar right now. They trying to change it. I don't know whether they going to a yuan or a basket of whatever, what they call it, the new basket with the World Bank. They got a global currency.
Holy
Special,
shit.
called the SDR, Special Drawing Rights.
Damn.
So they don't know what, and the special drawing rights is a combination of the dollar, the yuan, the yen. It's got a whole bunch of stuff all in it.
You listen to Value Tang?
I do. I got him on.
I like his perspective too. Me and you agree on Graham and him. I like they styles.
Graham Benzinger is a bad boy.
Yeah, he great. He asked he a culture vulture, but he asked great questions. So I can't complain. It's like Vlad. Vlad a culture vulture. Fucking culture vulture.
To back up his commitments with enormous sums of money.
There's something sinister behind Vlad, though, man.
He's a fucking culture vulture, is what I'm saying.
But Vlad alone, his name alone ought to tell you what he's about.
Alright, some Jewish shit.
Nah. You know who Vlad, the original Vlad Dracul is?
Man, it sounds like some European shit.
It is. It's
German shit.
Romania, Bulgarian. Vlad Dracul is the name that Dracula
Russian.
comes from. Dracula. Vlad Dracul.
Oh my blood sucking motherfucker.
Yeah. No, Vlad, the original Vlad Dracul, he was such an evil motherfucker.
That's what they meant.
That he would go through whole areas of his enemy, wipe out everybody, man, women, children. He would put them on stakes.
What's his name?
Vlad Dracul. Google
Vlad
him.
Vlad
Dracul.
I can't forget that.
That's where the name Dracula
came from.
He was a bloody. He would actually sit down and eat lunch, surrounded by all of these corpses on stakes.
All right. So you said it was a Romanian descent, right?
Vlad Dracul.
That's Russian, right?
Well, basically.
That's the bottom of Russia,
Eastern,
right?
Yeah,
bottom of Russia. So look, think about it.
Go ahead.
Where does the Jewish recognition come in?
Well, we know Vlad on TV. He's Jewish.
I know. So it's like a Russian Jewish connection kind of aspect.
Well, you have to understand
from the way he playing into it.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
The original. Well, they not the original Jews anyway. What happened is the so-called Jewish people. They started with King Bulan about around 740 AD, right? King Bulan decided he didn't want to get taken over by the Christians on one side and the Islamic tribes on the other side. He was surrounded by them, so he decided he would convert to Judaism in around 740 AD. King Bulan, Bulan, and most of his kingdom. Now, where you find that was between the Black Sea and the Caucasus Mountains, which is where the Ukraine is, which is where Georgia is in Russia. That was called the Caucasus Mountain with the name Caucasian.
Yeah.
These were they are
That's
converted.
the beginning of white people.
They are converted Jews. They are not the original Jews.
Just like converted white people.
Absolutely. So what happened later on after he did this? They controlled the vast region between the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. The Caspian Sea used to be called the Khazar Sea back then because that's who controlled the area.
What time area you said back then? When you say back then, what do you mean back then? How long ago?
740 AD is when they converted. Around 740 AD.
Just wanted to for record's sake.
That's when they converted to Judaism. Now what happened moving forward is Genghis Khan came in.
Ooh, that was a bad motherfucker, man.
Huh?
That was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, Genghis Khan and the Mongols came in and destroyed them, which is why if you go back and you look at the Russians, a lot of Russians got Mongoloid features. Because when Genghis Khan came in, him and the Mongols, they took over that whole community and they interbred with the women. And so most
Oh my God, I was just gonna say, and he got the most kids all the time.
Absolutely. His lineage is got more than any other person.
So is he the definition of a misogynist though? In today's day? Could he have survived in today's day?
Absolutely. Yeah.
He would have got me too.
Yeah.
He would have got me too.
Yeah, he's Genghis Khan was actually bigger than Sun Tzu. If you're talking about, he was a bad dude.
They got him on Khan all in the 48 Laws of Power. He didn't like first couple chapters.
Okay.
That's what you read that before, right?
No,
I didn't. I read it just because it was the hype, because you know the hype.
Know that stuff.
But the thing is, that shit wasn't shit but a history lesson. So I understand what you're saying. You already know it. People look at that shit like it's a law. They really do is just not to hold it, but it's just like They just giving you a rule, and then they giving you examples throughout history that it applied in, which doesn't mean that that's how you gonna, a lot of people. It's a bullshit.
It's some other things behind the scenes that really have to take place.
Right, but the one thing about Genghis Khan was the lesson that I think it might have been never outshine the master or something. How did he get killed?
Alexander the Great, you had to put them almost on the same.
How did he get killed? Didn't he get killed by I
don't know how Genghis Khan.
Yeah, I think it was something. I think he was never out. Let me see. He might have been. They used him as the example of never outshining the master or something. Like somebody may have tried to take over and he killed them or something. Let me see. But either way I go, like you said, that type of shit. His name popped up the minute I put GE, dog.
See, they hear us talking, they know. That's weird. See, that's the kind of shit.
GE.
I know that, and that ain't even how you spell his name.
It is. It said at least GENGHIS.
Is that right? Okay.
But I didn't know what the fuck. I just put GE by. But damn, that's wild.
Oh, it is.
That's some wild shit.
It came up as soon as I hit it.
Ain't that wild?
They told you that green shit coming.
You ever think about this?
Go ahead.
With as much as you same way we got a certain fascination with history, right?
Right.
And you know about resurrection and getting energy trapped and shit. Clearly, I know my energy trapped because I gave a complete description of it before you said that.
Right.
Do you think that you could have been one of these people from a certain period?
I do.
That was like a certain. Do you resonate with like a certain person in history that was like not in the same era? Could be.
I don't know who it might be though. No, not me. I don't know who it might be, but but you have to understand something with me. I actually shouldn't be here talking to you right now. Actually, you know what happened to me in August.
Yeah, but you please share what you feel comfortable sharing.
No, I was shot. Main artery in my leg. I was bleeding out for over an hour before they got me to the hospital. So I actually flatlined at some point, and I'm back. I'm here now.
And
I know. Unexplainable. Even the doctors were shocked.
Right, and I remember, and I know that it's because of that you don't even go by your original date of birth.
No, I go by conception date now, but
you go by
I don't celebrate. I celebrate that day.
The day that you survived.
The day, August 9th, 19.
And what day was that exactly? The day you came out of surgery, or what was it?
It was August the 9th, 1999 when I got shot. Now I was supposedly born April the 9th.
So you celebrate the shot?
I celebrate my rebirth day. I call that my rebirth day.
Like Jesus.
Because I was brought back. I mean, it was.
Do you feel like that? Because do you?
I don't feel like.
Not like not saying. I'm not trying to put that like boast you love no smoke like that. But I'm saying like because I feel like I in that car crash, right?
Right.
I feel like my life was spared in a wild ass way because it happened on fucking Easter.
Right. Okay.
It literally happened on Easter, and I'm not even religious, so I thought that was the universe fucking with me to test me to see if I was.
I'm not religious now. I'm not religious per se. I do believe that there's something, but
me and holidays don't mix.
I don't do holidays at all.
Look, my grandmother died on Christmas.
Is that right?
I got 3rd degree and 2nd degree burnt on Halloween.
Grandma Wilma?
No, my dad's mother. But she died before I was born. But historically, in their whole family, they just been kind of damper on Christmas because of that.
Right.
So, but I grew up understanding that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing was like, Christmas always was kind of like bittersweet. So it's just when you think about it, and then I got burnt on Halloween. Like second, and then it had nothing to do with dumb shit. It was French fries, me trying to save the house.
And Halloween is a satanic celebration anyway.
And I got burnt.
Yeah, you got burnt on the satanic.
Ain't that wild? And then I almost died on the car accident with my dad in the car on Easter. Right. And so it be certain little things like that to be like, man, this shit is such a simulation.
Look, you want it, and mine is similar because I was my birth date is April 9th, 61. I got shot and brought back on August 9th, 1999. So you got all these nines. My real birthday is September the 9th.
Oh my God.
And so 9 is a big number in my life. And 9 is also a big number in Masonic ritual. You're talking about 3, 6, and the 9. Not just Masonic, but in Tesla. He said that the universal numbers were 3, 6, 9. If you stick to those, you can't go wrong. That is the guiding principle.
That's some eerie. That's eerie.
I find that to be real ironic. Very ironic. And I got shot around, I remember it was around 2:09 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was very ironic because it was at 2:04 when I started saying what I was gonna say. I'm like, you got 5 minutes, or else, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And at 2:09, I'm like, okay. And it wasn't long after that the gun went off, the shotgun went off, and damn near knocked my leg off.
Man.
And the fact that I still got a leg, hey.
Man, I feel you. Just to even, the nines, it's eerie, man.
Yeah.
There's so much throughout history that we've seen nines, man, that like, you know what I'm saying? So that is so much, like simulation. Yeah. Is it a coincidence? Because like you said, you can't believe in that coincidence theory shit, like you said, because at that point in time, you falling victim to thinking that this LeBron shit was original when this was exactly Kobe shit. They're like, this nigga took my whole flow. Like that's what the little thing they be making for. It's like a little gif in hip hop. When you think about it, LeBron whole little last run recently, as different as it was, resonated so much with Kobe that it mirrored Kobe's fourth ring.
Right.
Whether that's coincidence or not,
no,
it can't be. That's how I feel.
It was orchestrated. Some of that's orchestrated. I don't know.
It has to be, man. It has to be, man. It was, and then not only that, look at all the people that made it on the team. It was a lot of people that went against Kobe in the finals. It was a lot of shit. There was a lot of Lakers that used Dwight. He gotta hate Rondo.
Yeah. They played against them
twice.
Yeah.
So it was so much to where like they transferred so much energy in this. You know what I'm saying? It was so much energy transferred that I think that when it ain't about money, it's about transferring energy and trapping energy.
Well, that's what everything is.
Yeah.
Everything is energy anyway.
Exactly.
For real. That's a fact.
That's sick, man.
Einstein and Tesla said that. If you want to go by so-called...
And what did the devil say in the interview?
Everything is energy. Basically, that's what, in the mind is energy. What you think is energy. Everything.
There's a couple.
You can control energy, you can control life itself, right?
Look. Charlemagne called a motherfucker a lizard man, and then...
The rapper, you mean?
No, he ain't a rapper. He like a host.
Oh, Charlemagne the guy?
Yeah, look.
Oh.
But he called a white nigga a lizard person, and then DJ Envy said, chill out, man. And at that point in time, it made me feel like, oh, shit. And then I heard another chick. She got her name, it's called Mob Radio. It's another little independent shit. She be just blasting and shooting at the hip, right? And she started calling motherfuckers out on that lizard shit. And all I could think about was you and telling me all them years about the fucking lizard people. And I'm like, why would DJ Envy tell Charlemagne to chill out? When Charlemagne was like, man, and he was like going off on the nigga, and nigga was like, nigga, look at the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Then Pence at the debate.
Look, what they say?
What? Let me see.
They're YouTube. Serpent people, the Khazars.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
The people of the serpent, that's who they are.
Exactly.
And why? And so, but now my problem is why is Kobe calling himself the Mamba? Why are they doing serpent? The serpent goes all the way back to Egypt.
Oh my God, hold on though. But this is the year that they made sure this is the year of that snake ass shit. This is the year of that shit. This was the year of that. And they used like that, like not just Kobe and the Black Mamba, but just that whole Mamba mentality. They wanted you to be a snake.
The year of the serpent.
They wanted you to learn how. The year the whole shit got fucked up to where you had to trust the coldness of your survival instincts. We normally don't want to have to rely on our survival instincts. We want to kind of be comfortable, right?
That's what that is. You have to understand. The serpent comes from the R complex that all of us had. That's the deepest part of the human brain is the R complex.
Does it go back at any resort to the Anunnaki?
It goes all the way back to the Anunnaki.
So that's the first generation from the Anunnaki, the serpent cult?
The serpent, the Anunnaki was actually reptilian. They reptilian and they infused their DNA with a hominoid on planet Earth. That's the story that comes all the way out of Sumer. That they got
and Sumer is the Sumerians.
Sumer is where
that's the oldest. That's the oldest living.
That's the oldest known
shit that we got on record as far as like we got proof.
That was after the flood. Yeah, that we got.
We have proof on it, right?
That was after the flood, right?
And people don't that. So for them to contest to that, says a lot.
Right. It goes on, and they know that. They got documented proof that the Sumerians,
as well as the Egyptians.
Well, the Sumerians came first.
I know, that's the point what I'm saying. Yeah. So it continued on. From them. From Sumer, the Egyptians still show those lizard people in their tombs and shit.
It went from Sumer to the Akkadians to Babylonians to the Egyptians.
So why would that type of story be able to make it after all that time if it was no fire on that smoke?
Right. Well, it definitely, it's documented fact.
That's the point I'm saying.
Right.
So they might have, and then they might have lost the historical value now. They're not talking about it, but when you see it just as simple as Kobe and the Mamba mentality, it's so commercialized now.
Once it went through Babylon, the Babylon mystery schools took it and they weaved secret society.
And you're familiar with NASA?
So
You ever see NASA's logo?
Yeah.
It's a serpent's tongue.
Yeah.
It's blue. It has the red serpent's tongue on NASA's logo.
Okay. Now, I wasn't familiar with that, but I know that it's got trilateral. Trilateral symbology there too.
No.
You gotta show me.
Oh my God, it's so sad.
It's you. It's you. You know you're my favorite. I'm going crazy. It's you.
I'll take it with a grain of salt. I'll take it with a
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm fly nigga in there. I'm damn near funny. I she used to have a man, I'm the man. Yeah, I keep it straight, the diamonds gray, shining like a chandelier. But would you love a nigga if I wasn't in the Panamera? If a nigga couldn't hit the jeweler just to cop the mule, would you stick around?